Hail friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and it's been nearly a week actually after a pretty consistent run of videos. Yeah, I didn't play at all at the weekend just gone because I was I was just too sick essentially, and this week I've just been quietly just working away. I'm also in the same spot, nearly 14, which is when I'm going to move. So yeah, I didn't really have anything new to report particularly. Yeah, but all I can say is that yeah, I've just been doing the same thing really. It's funny because what I'm hoping to do, obviously, still is move about. And just try and go to as many different hunting spots as I can, so that there's a catalogue of hunting spots for people to visit. Because that just seems like a good idea. But I think the problem is you get to a place where things are really nice, and you just stay there essentially, and the XP has been good enough for me to sort of hang around and carry on doing what I'm doing. The only different thing I would say is that from about level 12, it's been fairly easy for me to pick up a second sand scarab and just kite two around really, rather than just the one. And this has been a pretty although I can't find another one at the moment, so about that. But if we find another one, we'll pick another one up. Yeah, so I mean, from level 12 and now 13, it's been pretty easy to pick up another one. No problems at all. So if I see another one, I will grab it. But I can't at the moment, so I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. Yeah, but at 14 I get bind. So what I'm going to do at 14, and it will be part of this video, is I'm going to start moving. I think I'm going to start moving towards Desert Madman. There, we don't want that. I think I'm going to start moving towards the Karanas. And as I go through, and I've got a particular destination in mind that I want to have a look at. But as I go through Lake Raff Mountains and that kind of thing, I will, and then through the South Karana and stuff, I will be on the lookout for places for us to hunt, and we'll see how it goes. Those tainted breath spells are wearing off fairly quickly, but anyway, yeah. So this has turned out to be a really good hunting spot. I think we need one more on that one. There we go. Yeah, it's turned out to be a really good hunting spot overall. So good, in fact, that I've seen. I felt a bit sorry actually, because I've stayed here quite a long time and I've kind of hogged the spot, and a couple of shaman have come along and said, "Oh, I've watched your video and that's why I'm here," kind of thing, which is pretty awesome. But they haven't stayed around very long, and there's a couple of shaman turned up and then kind of left, kind of almost afterwards, pretty much straight away. I do apologise. I know it's kind of I was planning on moving on from here, so my plan was to do a video where I highlight a hunting spot and then move on. But I don't need to move on. It's fine. It's all free for all. But yeah, I thought to myself, these guys have turned up here, and I'm still stuck here doing stuff. Yeah, so. But I will be moving on pretty much as soon as I get 14. But it's good that people are coming to the spots and using them. That's a good thing. Gold and stuff hasn't been too bad. I mean, you get, I'm not sure if I've got some. The cracked and the scarab carapaces are like a gold something each. Then you get pristine ones drop that are like almost a plat each. They also, the eyes, it's worth picking up the eyes and selling them, because they sell for over a gold each as well. So yeah, it's definitely worth the effort. The good thing is as well is that you've basically got I'm not sure if any of you are aware, but you've basically got a merchant right next to you as well. So like Rahmana or whatever his name is, I can't remember exactly what his name is. You can sell stuff to him as well, so you don't even really, I mean, you end up with loads of coin, but that's not a bad thing. yeah, so the gold hasn't been too bad either. I've got a pristine one, so that's like a plat essentially. Yeah, and yeah, Raff Manor you can sell to, so that's pretty awesome. But anyway, I'm almost 14, so I'm going to stay here till I get 14. Then we'll move on, and I'll be back. Hello guys, welcome back. So I've just hit 14, and yeah, 14 is a really good spell level for shamans anyway, I think. Priests in general, you get some good utility spells, levitate and enduring breath, bind affinity of course. I think the two key ones are root and walking sleep. You get root, which is good, and we're just going to yeah, so the sand, just so that you are aware, the sand scarabs are still blue, so you could effectively still stay here at level 14. I'll check another one. I'm not sure if they're all blue, but we'll see. The reason I'm doing this just to show you is we're just going to see what root's like. I mean, these are obviously low blues right now, but yeah, I just wanted to see how a bit of root rotting went. Root is 30 mana, so potentially you could drag two of these over and root rot them in the same place. You know, we would hope that root would wear off at different points, although Everquest being Everquest, it's quite possible that both roots would wear off at the same time. But I think the thing is that these, you know, these are low blues now, so I've had two of them beating on me without, oops, forgot to click meditate. I've had two of them beating on me with, you know, little issue. I would say the best thing to do is just move a little bit away so that if they do break root, then you can just quickly stand up so you don't take max damage. Yeah, and away you go. Yeah, but there we go. This seems yeah, this seems like a, oh, that's no good, that's the wrong spell. Yeah, this seems like still workable, so I'm going to move on, but if you wanted to stay here at this level you could do so relatively easily. Well, I've got to go back to, I've got to just do some paperwork, but because I've got walking sleep now, which is actually really, really good slow, I might be doing a bit more tanking than I would, so I might try and buy like at least maybe a chest piece, a banded chest piece, see how we go. I would like a two-handed blunt weapon as well actually, but we'll have to see how that goes. The other thing to remember, of course, is if you're doing this, is that, you know, I do melee one every now and again just to keep up your your melee skills essentially and stuff. So yeah, so you know, that works all right. So you can root rot now at 14 if you want, or you can do a bit more slow tanking. You get Spirit Strike as well, which is really good. It's a really good nuke. I'm not sure how much it does at this level, but I'll show you that before the end of the video. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back again soon. Hello guys, welcome back. So this is our first stop after 14. I did come here before, but I thought I would just point it out. You probably might want to come here at 13 or 12 even potentially, but there's a little spot where there are some grizzly bears for you to fight. We're in I'm not sure how many people are here actually, just two of us. We're in Mountains of Raff. There's the gypsy camp over there, and the South Karana entrance is over there as well. So we're just off here a bit, and there are some grizzly bears, there are some blue ones, there are some that are still green. Yeah, so whether you think it's worth it or not is obviously purely down to you. I've pulled a few. A couple of things with this is that the grizzly bear skins, you can make the potion bags, the bearskin potion bags for shamans. You can make those here, and also grizzly bear skins you can use for what you need for the Leatherfoot Raider skull cap. So yeah, that is it might be worth you coming and doing these for a level, maybe to save up a few of those. It's if you're leveling anyway, you know, it might be an option. It's an okay camp. I mean, the thing to remember is that you haven't got root at 12 or 13, so you're probably going to have to tank these in some way. They kind of run too quickly for you to do the you know, the run and med trick. So if you're coming here, it might be a better idea if you just got a couple of bits of Bandit on, so your armor class is a bit higher. It's funny, over the next period, I'm probably going to be testing kind of meleeing against root rotting. A lot of people on the forums particularly seem to think that you can only really melee with fungi and all that kind of thing, but I've kind of found that not to be the case. I think that against melee mobs, obviously, you know, slow is so powerful that it's still a possibility. But I do think we need to sort out the weapon thing. I mean, I'm still using a cracked staff, so I kind of want to get a two-handed blunt if I can in some form. Yeah, but the thing, I thought I'd show you an example of kind of how strength works, because ogres have got the high starting strength, and what strength doesn't, if you're not aware, strength doesn't increase the damage of your hits. Well, actually, that's not quite true. Your hits will have a maximum depending on what class you are, you know, what level you are, damage caps, etc. But what high strength does is it allows you to hit for your maximum more often. And an ogre, I have actually tested this quite a lot, you know, with lower strength characters, and an ogre will allow you to, ouch, that probably wasn't a good one, was it? An ogre will allow you to hit for your maximum more often. So my maximum is currently 10 with a cracked staff, and if you look here at all the 10s in the list, very few below half damage, as well as 1 at 4 there, and 1 at 5, 2 at 5, and a lot of the rest 1 at 2 and 4, but a lot of the rest are 5 or above. So that's the effect that strength has on your damage. So that's partly why kind of meleeing is an ogre shame. It isn't such a bad idea, really. A lot of it depends on the fight. I mean, I've fought about 4 of these so far, and I root rotted 1, root rotted 2, and meleeed the other 2, and it's almost difficult to tell. It's almost impossible to tell what the most efficient is. It depends on the fight. I mean, one of the fights I had, even though these are low blues to me now, it just kept breaking root, you know, and so I ended up using a full mana bar to kill one. So it really just depends on stuff, on RNG, etc. But I think both options are valid. Yeah, so just pick your medicine, really, whatever you choose. But I guess if you're going to be doing meleeing at this point, you know, maybe pick up a banded chest and legs just to give you a bit more AC, and a decent two-handed weapon, which I'm kind of now thinking that I probably should have. Some of the grizzly bears are green, that's why I said maybe 12 or 13 is the better level for these. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering now if I should be thinking about, actually that's Lake Raff. Is it Lake? Oh no, is it Lake Raff? I don't know where that is actually. But that's what I'm heading over. I'm sure it's South Karana actually. Maybe it's Lake Raff. I think it's Lake Raff. You got to be careful here because you've got the giant skeletons, and you've got the cyclopses running around here. So just be careful you don't get jumped. I mean, you got Spirit of Wolf, so it should be okay. Yeah. So there's some bears there. The skins are fairly useful. Well, very useful in like later in the game for a certain item. But yeah, I'm now moving on. See if we can find. Actually, let's just check, because if this is, I think this is Lake Raff, right? So there was another camp that I've done before. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, shall we? Lake Raff, yeah, okay. So there's a camp of bandits. Right near the zone line. I think they're just over here. Maybe it's the other zone line. No, here we go. Yeah, so there's a camp of bandits here. 4 bandits. I've been here before. All blue. Oh, a green one actually. So this seems like it might be a fairly decent camp as well once you get it broke up. Once you break it up, once you get it broke up, it's great English again. Once you get it broken up, once you break it, whatever way you put it. I don't think you get all 4 here. I think what will happen is that we will get 3. So with the zone line so close, oh actually no, there's five of them. 6 actually. This is not a bad camp at all. So I wonder how many we'll get. Let's check it out. I'll face pull. If we get 4, it's going to be problematic. This one over here is clearly not telling these that there's a massive ogre tiptoeing up behind them. There we go. Oh, so we got 2. That's interesting. Okay, so that's pretty good. I would be careful here because I think these guys are rogues. So I'm going to root them just to get some control. That's blue, isn't it? Wow, that one just hit for 26. So these guys are fairly tough. You probably definitely need to slow these if you're gonna if that's gonna what you're gonna be doing. You have got the zone line, of course. Yeah, of course. My Spirit Wolf just happened to wear off right at that moment. I'm not sure how much mana I've got exactly. Yeah, so this is another possibility. You may only get 2 at a time. It's possible you might get 3 here. Actually, I think from what I can remember, I think this mob might actually be the toughest one. Yeah, it resisted. Okay, so we'll zone it. So here's another possibility for a camp. I think if you get lucky, you'll be fine. But it's yeah, it's another option. I've done it before. I'm not sure what level I did it at, to be perfectly honest. I think I was just a bit unlucky there. I think there would be a better way of doing that. I would say, but we will sit down. I don't think I'm going to stay at that camp. I think I'll med up and we'll move on. Hello guys, welcome back. So we've made it to the bridge at South Karana. I think I'll wrap up this video here, but I'll just show you what's available. That's a Shadow Wolf. Yeah, that's no good. So in South Karana, there are some you're kind of at the limits really of at level 14 of what you can hunt, but there are some things to do. We've got some elephant calves, which also I mean it says that they range from levels 10 to 14, but I've had a few now, and I've only really seen them at level they've been blue to me. So yeah. And these guys again are fine. You know, you can't outrun them. They run really fast, so it's basically a case of either you root rot or you tank. I've root rotted a couple and it kind of worked out okay. Let's try tanking one. These guys do hit fairly hard. I think I had one hit me for about 20. Might have been 28 or something, maybe as a max hit. I'm not sure. The great thing with, I mean, walking sleep gets better as you level up, so it lasts longer and it slows for more. And the great thing about slow is that if they miss, that's a big chunk of DPS gone, because the next hit is longer, takes longer, obviously. Yeah, and it's just a great spell. It just, you know, when you see like a low hit or a miss, you think, oh, that's great, because you know that's going to take them a yeah. That's a big chunk. I'm actually going to root it now. I just want to sit down. Yeah, but that's a big chunk of DPS gone. I'm not really doing enough damage with my melee weapon. Like having a crack staff at 14 still, if you want a melee, is a bit stupid. I might kind of look at investing in a two-handed, see what that does. But yeah, but the thing I was going to talk about actually, and I hadn't forgot about it, is that at the weekend a new green server came alive, called the teal server. Population seems okay on that as well. You You know, it's one of those. I think he's going to start running soon, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, it's one of those. I'm going to start running. You know, are you? Not right now, anyway. We'll get a few more hits in. There we go. He's running. That's fine. Yeah. Population for me off peak seems to be about 300 and something, which seems pretty good. You know, I mean, sometimes blue wasn't that. Blue was about that, depending on the time of the year. So that doesn't seem too bad at all. As for if it's worth moving over, like the till server has kind of made me reevaluate my my plan going forward. I guess the main interest I have in doing this is leveling on a server. I'm leveling on a new server, you know, new classic server where it's new. Oh, it's new. It's just new. I hate when mobs warp about. It's a bit weird. Yeah. So leveling from scratch on a new classic server is one of the is one of the big things. But the other thing is that I kind of, like, for example, I was looking around earlier on for content where someone kind of loots and puts on a guise of the Deceiver, and I couldn't find anything actually. Maybe there's some new servers, maybe there's some live content, but I'm only really interested in P99 stuff. So yeah, wasn't really interested in anything. I'm not sure how much the mammoth tusks sell for, but these guys don't drop any coin, so you know, not great on the loot front. Yeah, and I couldn't really find anything. So one of the reasons I'm doing this as well is I'd like to get things. I'd like to record videos of things that are quite rare. And I'm kind of wondering if teal gives me a better option of doing that. I mean, I'm sure that there are people playing both green and teal at the same time, although that's weird. Are you allowed to do that? It seems a bit weird that if you're going to merge the two servers together eventually, that they're kind of allowing people to two box, because you'll just get people on green and teal maybe at the same camps. But I just think, just purely down to the fact that I just want to say that those elephants are good experience, by the way. Pretty neat. Yeah, but I thought to myself that teal might give me more, because I've got an enchanter as well, so I thought to myself that teal might give me more options for being able to create content of getting things like a guise of the Deceiver or a Mana Stone or whatever. So it's certainly, and like my thinking is maybe move my enchanter over and concentrate on him a bit more, because I think generally an enchanter is going to have an easier time of doing those things. I think so for example, it'll be much easier to get an enchanter to the guy's camp rather than a shaman. One thing I'm not sure about is see, the guys is no drop. Okay, guys is no drop, so that kind of doesn't really make that kind of changes things, I guess. I didn't know it was no drop. It kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it's got 13 charisma though, so yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, it actually it says Bard Rogue, so so it's only clickable from the inventory. So okay, sorry, I'm a guy's noob. I've got no idea what it does or how it works. Well, I know what it does, but how it works. So actually, if it's no drop, then that kind of means that my enchanter getting one, you know, apart from like just for fun, you know, I've got to get the shaman there anyway. So maybe that kind of changes things a bit. But actually, I'm kind of considering moving my enchanter to teal anyway. Maybe moving both of them there just to see. Yeah, because I think camps might generally be easier to come by. Yeah, but I'll probably let you. I think there's only a couple of weeks to make a decision, so I'll probably let you know by the next video. I'm now moving into North Karana. I think North and East Karana are probably where I spend my time. I'm going to check out a couple of things. But anyway, yes, this video has got a few camping spots. Nothing exciting, but I think there's just still some options there for you to travel around trying to get some camps. And that's it for this video. I'm not sure what to do about teal, but I'm seriously considering moving just for the ease of camps But we'll see how we go. Thanks for watching. Hello guys, welcome back. So I thought I would just quickly add a bit on the end, just to say that I kind of made a mistake, not a major mistake, but it would have short term it is a bit of a mistake. I bought, before I came out here, I bought my level 19 spells. Spent about 50 plat on them essentially. So and what I now wish I'd have done is picked up a banded mail chest and a two-handed weapon. I feel that there's kind of a bit of a crucial mistake. I think that would have made the leveling process easier than worrying about having to get back to Ogok to buy my spells at 19. So yeah, I just thought I would point out that I made that mistake. So maybe you don't, or maybe you prefer to do that. I don't know, but yeah, that was a bit of a mistake for me. I shouldn't have done that. So we're ending the video on a mistake. Thanks for watching.